Iowa's starting lineup won this Big Ten tournament last season in Indianapolis. And the question with this team is always, how do you slow down the nation's top offense? And for more on that, let's bring in Megan McEwen.
Sloan, you nailed it on the head. The nation's top offense averages 88 points a game, and the Hawkeyes are tremendous when they get out and run. That's why Purdue head coach Katie Gerald says they have to cut off the head of the snake early, and that's Caitlin Clark. The moment Purdue puts up a shot on offense, they're sending one person to tag Clark to make sure Iowa cannot get the rebound, get it to Clark, and allow her to start the break. Because when Iowa gets going fast and Clark's going downhill, that's when the Hawkeyes become lethal.
Thanks, Megan. Christy, the first meeting between these two teams went handily for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Keys for this second matchup.
Well, for Purdue, they are going to need to have fantastic defensive transition against this Iowa Hawkeyes team. Iowa, on the other hand, they want to get a bevy of fast break points in this contest. Pushing the tempo has been their MO, mostly because Caitlin Clark can get it and go off the glass.
The reigning Big Ten tournament champions take the floor for the first time in the 2023 tournament. And we are underway in what feels like a Hawkeye home game here at Target Center, just about 4 hours south, or north rather, of Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Both teams have the same colors, so it's hard to tell who's who, but we can tell when Clark hits shots like that.
Already, Caitlin Clark nailing a three.
Well, that is something that she has mastered over the course of her stellar three-year career so far. The junior, wearing the Kobe Grinches on her feet, knocks that one home.
Oh, good call on that, Christy. Sneakerhead.
Let's take a look at Caitlin Clark, reading, surveying, and then
what's interesting about Clark, Christy, is she's actually shooting better in Big Ten play, over 40% from downtown. Kate Martin, also a threat. Leaves it short that time, and Janae Terry. Two outstanding rebounding point guards in this matchup with Clark and Terry.
Well, that skip pass is going to be there because of how hard Purdue sinks in up the line defensively.
Abby Ellis setting up Caitlin Harper perfectly.
I love Abby Ellis. I love the energy that she brings to her team on both sides of the ball. She is all over it. She sets up her team as a conductor of offense on every single play, and she can make her own buckets as well.
Coming off a 19-point outing in their most recent win, a 2-point win over Wisconsin. Game-winning play. It was Iowa strong from the outset, led by 21 at the half.
Still holding her spot right at that mid-level, right in the swat area of the court. Tough to guard that once you seal a body.
Laisha Petrie, her second year in the Big Ten, first at Purdue, getting the assignment on Caitlin Clark, staying with her along the perimeter as Czinano scores over three defenders.
You can bring people to her if you want to. Monica Czinano keeps that ball nice and high. Chin it and lift it. That's exactly what she does inside. That's why she shoots almost 70% from the floor.
Very rarely even takes a dribble as well. Iowa now with numbers. Caitlin Clark all the way. She's stopped. And Petrie will collect the loose ball.
That's what Caitlin Clark wants to do. That's why I said fast break points would be one of the keys, pushing pace.
Deep for Laisha Petrie. And Clark pushing, and that's exactly what she does. Full head of steam for two.
You got to stop Caitlin Clark before she gets to the top of the key, because it's going to be a danger zone. She gets downhill, she gets by 2 or 3 defenders for Purdue. That cannot be the norm in this game, or it's going to be a long night for Purdue.
Purdue 1 for 4 to start. Backdoor cut. Cassidy Harding is blocked. One more try, not there. And then the putback finally complete. Kate Martin, she's got speed too, and the spin. One of the best fast break scoring teams in the entire country is Iowa. Cassidy Harding off target. And Purdue continues to struggle from the field, under 30% shooting as Czinano has position, doesn't need a dribble.
Bringing her A game to the tournament. Came back for a 5th season this year for a reason. She wanted to do a repeat.
got her 2,000th point of her career against this Purdue team. Janae Terry nails the jump shot. Clark, deep. One and done for the Hawkeyes.
Lisa Bluder will live with that shot because she's seen too many of those go down. So she's not going to harness Caitlin Clark in, like, hey, don't take that shot, because what about the last game, the dramatics of the three that she pulled to win that one over India?
With both these teams coming off of incredibly emotional wins.
You know, make a read in transition. And if I'm coming back and that's not my personal match that was on the whiteboard, it's our match. Somebody's got to stop the ball. Somebody's got to pick up whoever's in their area. So as an offensive player, you take advantage of that. Those are mismatch opportunities that you can just go ahead and score in.
I'll be interested to see what does happen with Janae Terry offensively, because a lot of teams do sag off of her. She's an amazing distributor and rebounder, 7 and 6 per game respectively, but just 6 points per game at the point guard position. Will she be forced into taking more shots? Here's yesterday's hero, Jayla Smith. She's got her first shot.
And that was smooth, contested by Monica Czinano as well. But that shot yesterday, that was a big-time money bucket to advance Purdue to this round.
Just a 26% three-point shooter this season, knocked down 2 of her attempts yesterday. None bigger than the one with 4.1 seconds left. Here's Clark off glass, too pretty.
What do you do with a player like Caitlin Clark defensively? I mean, she has size and speed and skill with her shot in terms of being on balance when she lifts it.
Ricky Waltman makes the pass and then the stuff, but a foul.
She got her up top clean, but it was the after, the swipe down.
Lisa Bluder leading this Iowa team, one of the most successful coaches in Big Ten history. In fact, this season surpassed the legend C. Vivian Stringer for most regular season Big Ten victories all time.
How about that? C. Vivian Stringer, a 50-year career in women's basketball. Took 3 teams to a Final Four. Cheney State, which there's a great documentary out right now. If you haven't seen it, look that up. And then went to Iowa, took Iowa to a Final Four and Rutgers.
Score for the Hawkeyes.
Basketball has taught her to be bold-minded, so you love that.
Alicia Petrie keeping it alive. About 2 seconds between the shot and game clock to end this first quarter. And a turnover for the Boilermakers. Caitlin Clark appealing to the referees. Did get the whistle, though. She was pushing through traffic. Final shot for Iowa. With the left hand, slices through, but stripped. Excellent interior defense.